It's an Eastern Conference battle here in Toronto as the Raptors look to work the home court advantage. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Take a look at the Magic. They're looking to start this road trip off with a win and continue their winning streak.
And guys, one of the approaches when you're starting a short road trip like this is guys want to come right out of the box with focus, game in hand, and not think about the next one. Get as many wins as you can on the road. It's so important.
It really is, and they want this one tonight, guys. I mean, I'm sure of that. When you're only on the road for a few games, you want to make sure you get something done out there and don't go home empty-handed.
Now Suggs following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. Now quickly. And we may have a track meet, Clark, here tonight. We were just talking about this. These two teams that love to get out and run.
You know, Kevin, I love these kind of games because really I think basketball is meant to be played at a fast pace. I really do. I mean, the fans enjoy it, but the players do too, and obviously us broadcasters like to see it up and down as well.
Now here's Ingram. Paolo Banchero unable to get his last shot to go in. Just 5 to shoot. The Raptors need to get a shot. And it's blocked! And he keeps control of the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
Pass to quickly. Nowitzki left side. To the paint. And the dunk by Poeltl.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Spoke earlier with Darko Rajakovic. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Poeltl's shot is off.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond. That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Nowitzki for three. Nailed from three-point land.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Raptors trailed by 5. Barnes with it. Isaac picks him up. And that one's good.
Barnes so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
On the wing, Isaac. Now the Raptors moving it up. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And the Magic can hold on to the ball.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Takes a three. It's hauled in by the Magic. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. Latrey, and it's Banchero missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Wiles in the corner. Off target from outside. Orlando trailing here. Banchero right side. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fast break Toronto. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Pass to Wagner. They need this. That shot off the mark. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far.
13. The Magic.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Toronto.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early goings.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Toronto working the ball around now. And Barrett slams it in.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his team. He's always on time and on target.
There's the pick. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And here are the Raptors now. The Magic getting the bucket. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dick. Off target with his 3. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Dick wide open. Good on the three-point shot. Diggs got the lead up to 6 now for the Raptors.
Whether it's a catch and shoot or off the bounce, Grady Dick can knock it down. Tremendous jump shooter.
Back to Looney. And it's Anthony, top of the key. Open jump shot off the mark.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
The Magic trailed by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Healed outside. Over in the corner. Looney. Here's De Silva. Still yet to score. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Number 33, Gershon Yabusele.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Wiles. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Raptors lead by 8.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Back to Anthony from outside the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. And Cole Anthony is some kind of scorer when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, volatile a bit. But I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best.
Here's Yabusele. Raptors knocking down the tray. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Wiles. All alone. And the took by Wiles.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Connects from three-point range. Hield's got his first 3 points of the game.
It's really that simple for Hield. His shot so dialed in and on target.
Pass to Barrett. From deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Barrett's got 5 points now this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's De Silva. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's De Silva. After R.J. Barrett's bucket. And Grady Dick gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the defense.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now here's Anthony. He takes it in, and it's Anthony with the jam.
You see the quickness there from Anthony, beating everybody to the spot.
Nowitzki outside. Back to Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
19 seconds left in the first half of the game. Ingram outside. Pass to Nowitzki. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a three. Good on the triple. Nowitzki's got 6.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so it's Toronto out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Nowitzki for 3. It's good from long range. He's got 9.
Great move there. That spin just dusted the defense.
Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
And it's Poeltl at the elbow. Toronto working the ball around now. Right wing. Here's Suggs. Sinks the three-pointer. Suggs has got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Quickly looking it over. Here's Poeltl. And he banks in the layup. 8 points for Jakob Poeltl.
Hey, when Poeltl gets the rock deep inside, the defense is cooked. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. As your superstar says, it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
Here's Nowitzki. Rebounded by Isaac. The Magic trailed by 11. Banchero with the ball. Now guarded by Pirtle. Here's Suggs. And it's off from three-point range.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Drills it from outside. Suggs has got 13.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win. Boy, they're having a good half so far offensively, shooting over 50% from the field now, trying to close the gap.
Orlando shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Here's Filipowski. Off target from three-point range. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Wagner. Pulls from the top of the key. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Raptors leading by 9. To the inside. Filipowski lays it up off the glass. Filipowski's got his second basket.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Banchero outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Mark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
Pass to Cornette. Suggs with the steal. Ball's not loose. And that one is hammered home.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
In the corner, Barrett with it. And Barrett slams it in.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Ingram wide open. Hits it from three-point range. And the Raptors lead by 13.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. They led the game at 1 point by 20. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the next to look forward to. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And yes, it's good. 6 points for Scotty Barnes.
In the always evolving game of Barnes, I like seeing him waste no time there letting that one go. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Puts the move on, and Poeltl lays it up and in.
Yeah, and I like guys when Poeltl gets into a groove and demands the ball. I mean, he's extremely dangerous when he has the hot hand going.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. A shot by Anthony, nobody around. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, and you can definitely see a difference.
Nowitzki for 3. The shot, no good. The Magic trailed by 12. Three-pointer, Hield. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
And the dunk by Poeltl.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Coach not happy with the team. He told them, come on, we have to value the basketball. We're just giving it away. We'll see if they listen. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here is Quickley. Banked in off the glass. Quickly's got his first bucket in this one.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And it's Suggs missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
6 to shoot. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
The defense could not keep up with Barnes on that drive. He just took it right to him.
Banchero, that's good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Now here's Nowitzki. Ingram outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jonathan Isaac.
Well, you combine his athleticism with his length and his skill set. The versatility of Ingram is hard to guard against.
From past the arc, it's hauled in by the Raptors. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And, you know, Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He also passes the ball pretty well.
Suggs up top. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that one drops.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Raptors.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jakob Poeltl.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And now Orlando on the break. He gets it in there. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Nowitzki outside. So it's Toronto winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional.
Congratulations. Have at it, man. It's there for you, bro. Congratulations.